Hello guys, how are you doing? Now, this time around, what we're going to be doing is I will show you how to import your assets into the project. So any asset that you have created to change the way the character controller is going to work. And for that purpose, what I will do is I'm going to go to Maya and I will show you the project that I have. So I have Bonnie, the character, and it doesn't really contain any animations whatsoever. I just want to be doing the regular export. So I will be expanding everything on the root, and I'm just going to select all of it. I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to go to my game exporter. So I'll select that, and I will say where I want to save this. This is going to go into my source images, and I'm just going to choose the name for this as SK Bonnie. And I want to export just the selection. So I'm going to hit export. I'm going to enable the FBX review. I have that installed in my computer, and that is my character. This is not going to be showing me the textures, but at the very least, I get to see the character and the skeleton that it goes along with it. So I will be collapsing this onto my root. Inside of this project, my character is already completely rigged. I have a different monitor, but I'm going to go here, and I have a bunch of these files, right? So I have Bonnie, and I have Bonnie v2, which is this is the one that I just exported. This is the one that I had. This is the second iteration of this asset, and that's why I call it v2. So I have SK Bonnie, and I have the other things. Now I'm going to go back to my Unreal Engine project, the one that we were working with last time. But this time around, I'm going to be showing you how to do this with the student version, and how you go and create the whole thing. So I'm going to be creating a new folder. I'm going to be using my student username, LAV8998 in this case. So I have the LAV80 IGM, which is basically the teacher one, and my username. So whatever is your username in this case, that's the one that you want to use. And what I will do here is I'm just going to be importing the assets. So I like to import the textures first, as usual, as in the last time. So those are going to be my Bonnie textures. And they are going to be read as what they are. But what I care is that the ORM is having the sRGB disabled as last time. So I'm going to do that super quick in both of these cases. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to hit Save All. Now that I have that, I will be adding the character. So I'm going to go right click and say import. And over here, I'm going to be selecting my Bonnie version 2. So Bonnie version 2 is going to go in here. And I want to be able to use the other skeleton because I already have that, right? So it's going to be the SK Fraggle skeleton. That's the reason why I'm using the previous existing one. And over here, I'm just going to be going into my material, create a new material instance. And the one material that I want to be using in this case is going to be my M Substance Master. So I have my Substance Master material. As you can see, it saved the settings from last time. So base color and normal are going to get overridden. And then converts in unit, it needs to be enabled. So those are the three most important things. Use the phrase skeleton, converts in unit, and then override that. So once you have that, remember, new instance material is important. I'm going to hit import. And once again, it's going to give me the warning, so you're not really using these guys. And I know that already. So this is going to be a material instance. So I need to rename that appropriately. So this is going to be MI Bonnie and MI Fur. MI Bonnie looks a little bit shiny, and that is because the ORM is not overridden. So I'm going to select that, and I need to override Bonnie ORM in this case. And for Bonnie Fur, also the same idea. This one is going to be Bonnie Fur ORM. And I will be saving both these instance materials. So now if I drag and drop Bonnie in my world, I can potentially just have them displayed. Now this doesn't come with any animations whatsoever, but in fact, I can take any of the existing animations that I may have over here and replace them with Bonnie. So if I select this guy and say, you know what, no longer use SK Freddy, use Bonnie. All of the animations are just going to come in, and the character is going to be doing exactly that. And the reason is they're using the same skeleton. Remember, these animations are just basically the keyframes for the skeleton mesh. It does have the collider and everything, so I wouldn't be able to go inside, but it needs a physical representation of the mesh, and the physical representation is something I can switch in the menu, right? So I can just take this guy and say, you know what, you too, you want to be an SK Bonnie, and then with that, I have part of this, the character controller is already created. So that's another thing that I can change really easily. If I go to my LAV IGM folder, that's where I have my character controller. I'm gonna go to BP Freddy, open that up, and inside of my viewport I can easily just switch that to Freddy, from Bonnie to Bonnie. In this case, the BP Freddy AC, it's exactly the same as the one that I had before. So when I hit play, my character is doing everything that Freddy was doing, but now I'm going to be using my own character. So that is the advantage of having the character using the same skeleton. I can really easily just change the asset that is being displayed onto. And that is it for this video. In the next one, I'm going to be showing you how to add your own customs animations, just in case you want to be able to perform with that. So with that said, I will catch you in the next video. So keep on coding.